Good morning from the wonder of the seas. This is day 2 on our cruise that we're taking to the Eastern Caribbean, and I'm up a little bit earlier than Ryan. It's about 8:30, almost 8:30. I'm headed up to get us a pool, see if I can still get us a seat by the pool. It's a breakfast. So I couldn't find our same little loungers that we laid on yesterday, but I found some on the same row, but they're more in the sun. So we might not stay here very long, but it'll be, we can make our home here for a little bit, at least for an hour or so. But yeah, we're probably gonna run in and grab breakfast and see what there is inside the Windjammer this morning. We do want to try some of the other locations, but it was just easy to go back to the Windjammer this morning, and we hadn't had breakfast there yet, so we'll check it out. The pool deck is pretty quiet in the morning, what I'm finding out. So it's a little before 9 and the pools aren't actually open yet, so you know, you don't have like a lot of noise from the kids and things like that. So it is a nice quiet place if you want to come out early and just like lay out, and it's more quiet. There's a little bit of background music, but it doesn't have those like pumping DJ. The DJ's not out there like pumping the loud music, and it doesn't have any of the bands that play throughout the day. But so it's pretty quiet and peaceful out here this morning. I'm guessing like once it starts going again, it's like fun dynamic, but we might go find a place in the solarium or something just to kind of like keep it quiet, keep it like more chill today. But also like it's very windy this morning. I don't know if that's like just the sea air. It's like feels really like it's just gorgeous. We're having like a gorgeous, beautiful day. The wind's blowing, so it's like cool out here. And but one of the things we've noticed is we are filling the ship like more than we expected to. And I don't know if it's like that storm that came through last night made the waters a little more movement, but thankfully our stateroom, it rocks kind of like forward and back instead of like where you're rocking like side to side. So we're not like getting sick from it, but we do like feel it more than we expected to. So anyway, just food for like just to tell you about our experience.
All right, so we made it to breakfast here. A little update on the pools. Johnny had mentioned the pools. Two of them were open. It was just the one that she was looking at that was closed. So they do open it a little bit earlier than that, but I guess they maybe open them incrementally, or maybe there was an issue with that pool, I don't know. But we're breakfast now. We've got some breakfast buffet here. We've got some eggs, some mushrooms, some bacon, some sausage, avocado toast. Gonna try a little bit of everything, see what we like. It's very, very busy. Windjammer is completely packed. I had to wait for someone to get up to get a table. And then kind of had to swoop in really quickly and grab it. So 8:30 is kind of a busy time to come if you want to get some breakfast. All right, I am trying to stay as low carb as possible, but there's some chocolate pastries over here that look really good. So I think we're gonna try one of those out and see if it's worth it. The rest of my breakfast was okay. I would rate it a little bit better than like hotel breakfast. The scrambled eggs were, they were scrambled eggs. They didn't taste bad. They were cooked correctly. But, there's not much done to them to enhance them. They just kind of are what they are. But everything else, bacon's kind of, it's just all pretty good. It's kind of my food assessment so far for Royal Caribbean. But we'll try some pastries. We'll see how they taste. We're going to get what I call the Ryan starter pack of breakfast desserts, which is chocolate chip cake, a cinnamon roll but with chocolate icing on top, a brownie with some frosting on top, and a chocolate croissant. We'll see which one comes out on top. All right, first up, chocolate chip bread.
Is that a brownie?
Brownie's better than the bread. The 411 on the dessert, the breakfast dessert selection. So the chocolate chip bread was kind of I didn't really like it that much. The brownie was super sweet. It was okay, but the cinnamon roll was better than that. It had good cinnamon roll taste. The chocolate icing didn't add much, but the cinnamon roll itself was pretty good. But the croissant was definitely the winner out of the 4. So next time I think I'll just get that and not anything else. I will say again, it was like pretty good. It wasn't as good as like a Trader Joe's croissant you can just make yourself at home, or like one you could get at Starbucks. It wasn't very flaky. It was really dense. It was more bready than like you would expect out of a real chocolate croissant, but it was still good. And if you wanted some type of sweet breakfast, that's a good option to get. That's my thoughts.
At the breakfast, they have like some pre-prepared yogurt parfaits, and then they had these little muesli cups, and that was like one of my favorite things I had at breakfast this morning. I have never really had muesli. I don't know if it's like maybe parts of America, if you know, like if you eat muesli and you're part of the US, like let me know. But I had it for the first time in London this summer at one of the Pret a manger, the little takeaway places, and like it was like the best thing. I loved it so much. I got it like multiple times during the week, so it's very similar to that, and so I liked it. It's kind of like oatmeal, and I guess it's like oatmeal and milk, and then they put like fruits and stuff in it, raisins, like I don't know, it's really good. So try the muesli if you've never had it before.
All right, I'm leaving Johnny behind for a little bit. I'm gonna go see if I can check out trivia. There's morning trivia at Schooner's. So, haven't done trivia in a long time. I'm gonna see what it's like. Okay, so I was going to do trivia, but there was Sudoku down there at 9, and so all the places were taken for that. And then the few places that weren't taken were being saved by other people. So I guess if you want to do events, you have to be there like an hour early and save seats and stuff. And I wasn't that excited about trivia, so I was there 15 minutes early, which I feel like was pretty early, but apparently not early enough. So I just went back to the room and grabbed some stuff and came back to the pool deck, where I'm just going to hang out and relax, I guess. So we'll just see. It's not as busy out here, actually, as I thought it would be on the pool deck. I thought the pool deck would be like insane and the pool would be, you know, shoulder to shoulder with people, because that's what you hear about on cruise boats. But apparently on this cruise boat, it's the trivia bar that's shoulder to shoulder with people. The pool deck actually has a pretty good amount of space. So I guess it depends on, maybe it depends on who comes on your cruise with you, demographic wise, and what they're into. But no trivia this morning, just pool time.
When you sit out by the pool, you have to have something fruity to drink, right? I'm not having alcohol this week, but this is a virgin pina colada. So I went down to the little lime and coconut bar that is down here by the pool deck. And he said he can make pretty much anything. I said, can you make it virgin? He said, I can make pretty much anything. So it tastes really good. So if you're, they also had like several mocktails. They have lots of cocktails. I think they're famous for their like lime and coconut. That's the name of the bar. But the lime and coconut drink, and it sounds really good. It's got like coconut rum with coconut milk and guava syrup. And but anyway, so cheers. Okay, so one of the things we're quickly realizing is like there's way too much food on the ship and not nearly enough time to eat it, especially when you wake up a little bit later and you have an early dinner. But I am going to run into Loco Fresh over here to see what they have. It's like the taco bar. They've got tacos, nachos, burritos, so I'll catch you on the inside. I came back to my seat with the nachos, and I'm going to try and see how they are. Brian did not move. Well, he may have moved, but he covered up with his towel. How are you feeling?
And yesterday
I just got the nachos, and you could put meat and cheese on it, and then I added salsa, guacamole, sour cream, and then that's a cheese quesadilla. So I'll let you know how it is. Touching me, touching you. All right, sweet Caroline. Oh, oh, oh. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. So the verdict on the Loco Fresh is that it's okay. Well, by the time I will say, by the time I got my nachos back to my seat, the wind was blowing and it was kind of cold. But the meat was kind of greasy, so I ate about half of it. It tasted okay. Next time I might just do like chips and cheese and just keep it simple. But they were doing like this game show, like Sing It If You Know It, having like both of the sides of the pool deck like sing the songs and then like scream, and they were awarding points, but our side of the pool deck was not that into it, and so it was kind of lame. It And so we decided to just come back to the room, change, because we have our spa appointment here in a few minutes. But we got back to the room. Oh, and we stopped for ice cream. But we got back to the room and we got our first howl animal. It's a frog. What do you think? He's really cute. And I like the way they did the eyes. What do you think, Ryan?
Cool. All right, we finished our massage appointment down in the Vitality Spa. The spa itself, Johnny and I were saying, was like not the best experience. It's pretty crowded. The relaxation room was fairly relaxing until some drunk people came in and started befriending everyone in the relaxation room, and then it became more of a bar atmosphere. So not typically what we're used to, but once we got in our massage room and our masseuse came in, what were their names?
I think
Leilu
and Louisa.
and Louisa, and they were amazing. I would say it's one of the best massages I've had ever, definitely in a long time. And Johnny really enjoyed her massage as well. So they do some selling at the end. They try to get you to get some products. But it was a really, really good massage. I fell asleep. I'm ready to fall asleep again now. I'm super relaxed. You relaxed? Yeah, we're feeling really relaxed. So we came to the solarium. That's where we are now. And we're just kind of resting and looking out at the ocean. You can see the ocean there. Watching the waves go by. We are headed back to our room. We're going to get cleaned up and get ready for dinner number 2. So headed out of the solarium. And tonight's night is Italian themed, so we'll see what they're cooking up in the main dining room tonight for us. All right, we are all cleaned up and we are headed up for dinner. Feel much better now. You ready for some Italian food, Johnny?
Yes.
He's ready.
My microphone's not on. Yes, I'm ready for dinner. Since I didn't eat very much of my nachos, I'm kind of getting hungry. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat lunch at all, so I'm really excited about eating dinner. Mm-hmm. All right, we're making a little alternate route here down the hallway to go around the... you can't go through the middle of the ship, but yesterday you had to go through the casino part. It was smoky, so we're avoiding that today by going through...
I didn't want to walk through the smoking casino again.
Yeah, Johnny didn't want to do the smokiness again. But the fun part is that when you walk down the stateroom hallways, you get to see all the doors and what everybody's putting on their doors. Because it's a thing where people, I guess, decorate their doors.
I thought about getting us some magnets, but...
Yeah, Johnny thought about it, but we didn't do it.
I didn't.
So...
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Actually...
Today there's a lot of St. Patrick's Day themed stuff around because it's St. Patrick's Day today. Like that right there.
Sorry. And lots of people were wearing their green, I even saw green swimsuits and St. Patrick's Day swimsuits and hats and people went all out today for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Well, and there's some St. Patrick's themed stuff going on throughout the day. There's a St. Patrick's Day trivia. There's I think a dance party tonight for St. Patrick's Day.
No, I think it's just an 80s party tonight.
Oh, I thought I saw something St. Patrick's related on the schedule.
Oh, maybe. I may have missed it.
Could be both, most likely. There's so many things going on just all the time. Oh, look at this one. This one's lit up.
Oh, yeah.
They're really going for it. It's their 25th anniversary, guys.
Congratulations.
So, some of the interesting things you can see outside of the interior of the ship itself.
Look, it's a little leprechaun.
Dancing leprechaun.
Hey, hey.
And then here we are. We're at the lobby on the other side of the ship. So we're already
Going down.
moved from the main part of the ship to the other main part of the ship. So now we can go downstairs and get to the dining room. Tonight, like we said, is Italy night. So I'm going to start with a beef carpaccio and maybe get a salad as well. And then I'm going to get some mushroom risotto, and I'll probably get tiramisu for dinner because I like tiramisu. And maybe we'll try the lasagna too. I don't know. I might try a little bit of everything. What are you going to get, Johnny?
I think I'm going to get the Caesar salad and the polenta fries, the chicken parmesan, and the Italian chocolate hazelnut cake.
Nice.
Sounds good. Ryan finished off his tiramisu, and now he's working on finishing my chocolate hazelnut cake.
They're pretty good. They're not. I was just telling Johnny, like, I mean, you can tell like this is a batter that got shoved into ramekins, and then they put like hundreds of them in the oven and cooked them. So like everything here is made. It could be mass produced, right? So it just doesn't come out.
Because they're feeding thousands of
Because
people.
they're feeding thousands of people in the main dining room, and so you're not going to get like a giant cake that's then cut up into pieces because that would take forever. This takes a lot less time, but you definitely, I think it comes across. But it's pretty good. The tiramisu, if you watch our New Orleans video, I talk about the tiramisu I got there at a place that we went to, and how they like, you could tell they carefully soaked every ladyfinger in espresso, which is like the right way to make tiramisu. This one was not done that way. It looks like they tried to just kind of bake the espresso in her ladyfinger, and then threw it in a parfait cup and put the rest of the stuff on top. But it still is pretty good. It's just not, it's just not the best you could get.
Finished our dinner. We're headed back to our room before we go to the Voices show, which is here in a little bit. But food was pretty good. Kind of seems to be the consistent theme of the food.
Yep.
My risotto was good. It's better than risotto I could have made myself, for sure. Not as good as some risottos I've had in the past.
Yeah. Excuse us.
Also, I'm realizing we're on the wrong.
I'm like, we're looking at our
We're on
stateroom.
the wrong side of the
We're
ship.
looking at the stateroom numbers, and we're like completely on the wrong side. So we're gonna figure out where we're going.
No, I know where we're going. We're
Okay.
going to the other side of the ship.
Well, we're just exploring.
We're in the fore of the ship. This is the aft of the ship. We're gonna get another door tour though,
Yeah. Okay.
which is always fun to see. Along with dinner, so we also had the lasagna. The lasagna was
Oh, the lasagna is the best thing. Well, the
Now you wanna be in
lasagna,
it.
the lasagna was probably the most flavorful thing.
Yeah.
It was a different kind of lasagna though,
yeah,
than like maybe what you would make at home.
yeah. It was.
It had like an herby sauce and like a bechamel sauce, and
Yep.
the top was like kind of crispy. Like we had to use a knife to cut it. I guess the cheese kind of like got crispy.
Yeah, it was made different. And then you have the
I
chicken
had the
parm.
chicken parm. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The chicken could have been like crispier. It was a little breading was a little soggy in parts, but the cheese was pretty good. It just didn't have like a ton of flavor, but everything's like okay, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing's like bad. Everything's just okay.
I haven't had any bad food for sure.
Yeah.
And the Caesar salad actually was pretty good. I like the Caesar salad.
Yeah, the Caesar salad was good.
That was probably the best part of the meal for me.
And I got the little crispy polenta fries. Those are pretty good. So
There is one thing here that I know that I like that I found yesterday. So maybe tonight I'll go back and I'll get that again at the Windjammer. We'll see.
stay tuned.
We found a check-in. So this door has, they want to know where everyone's from. So Johnny's filling it out. We're representing.
Yeah. I didn't know if I should just put Houston, but I put our actual city. So, because somebody may be from there and then they'll be like,
They'll know.
oh, I'm from there.
Yeah, we'll know.
Okay, we found another one. It says, what music era is the best? And look how many people put 2020s. Like, who is on this ship? Okay. If you think modern music is the best music of any era, let me know. Okay.
It might be the 80s.
Because I'm like,
actually.
who thinks that? We're gonna put the 90s. We're children of the 90s. Can't beat. You can't beat. Or maybe the early 2000s. Gotta do too.
Sure.
Where do you want to vote?
I would probably, I don't know, I would say
70s.
80s. I might would say 80s or 70s maybe.
Which one do you want to vote for?
I'm going to say, I'm actually going to change it to 70s.
Okay, you can have 70s. I'll put 90s. I actually grew up listening to oldies with my mom and dad, but we didn't listen to 70s. We listened to 50s and 60s. And now I wonder, like, is that still considered oldies, or is now, like, the 90s oldies?
Yeah.
Because, like, when I think back to that, it was, like, the 80s, and I'm like, it was oldies music, but it was really only, like, 30 years old. But, like, it felt, like, way older than that. And now I'm like, wow, the music I listen to is 30 years old. I'm like, what the heck happened? We're the oldies now. We made it.
We got our seats for Voices. We got here like half an hour early, and
It's already filling up.
it's already starting to fill up pretty quickly. So you definitely want to be early to the shows if you want to get any kind of a good seat, and maybe even get in at all, because I would imagine they feel like this show.
Well, you have it reserved, so
You have it
hopefully
reserved.
they fill in the reservation before they let standby.
But if you have a
in.
large party, you might all end up sitting in different places.
Yeah, get here early.
Yep.
And they, I brought my drinks, my Coke Zero that I brought in my 12-pack. So you can bring in drinks. You can bring in like your
And there are also
water
guys
bottles
here
or
taking
whatever.
beverage orders.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they also have like servers that are bringing beverages. So you can bring. You might even be able to bring food in here. I don't even know, but you can definitely bring drinks in here. So
Yep.
it's a nice theater actually. It's like really big.
Very nice theater.
Yeah, it's nice. So I'm looking forward to the show.
Well, we just finished Voices, and it was way better than I thought it would be.
It was good.
Did you?
Well,
like
I didn't know you were impressed because like you kept never clapping.
it? No, it was good.
Mine's hard to impress.
I was clapping, but it was hard because I was clapping on the back of my hand because I was holding two things in my hands.
Oh, okay.
So it's difficult to clap when you have something in each of your hands.
Oh, okay. I just didn't realize that you. Well,
But,
I'm glad you liked it.
But yeah, I thought it was really
Yeah,
good.
they had some really good vocalists.
Yeah, they had some great talent.
Mm-hmm.
They had like a studio backing track where they had recorded a bunch of vocalists to be like a vocal band, and so it was
Like a cappella.
yeah, it was an a cappella show, kinda. A lot of it was pre-recorded, but it was all voices.
They were all.
It was all voices. Yeah, there was a lot of backing tracks for the live show.
The only thing that kind of like kept annoying me, it was a lot of activity, like with all the faces on the like screen in the back. There was a lot going on. So there was dancers and the live vocalists, and then the backing track vocalists that they would show the pictures, and then there were other pictures. So it was a lot going on. So then the only thing that would bother me sometimes is like the way that their mouths were off. You know, they'd be like singing or doing their beatboxing, and it would be off from the actual music that we were hearing, like their mouths. It's like watching a movie when the lips are off.
I didn't think they were off.
Oh, you didn't notice it? Oh.
Well, I mean, I saw their lips, but I didn't think they were off.
Oh, sometimes it seems like
They were off with what the live vocalists were singing.
Yeah, that's
because they
what
were
I'm saying.
singing different parts.
No, but it was like it was like not on track with what they were singing.
Okay, well, I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Okay.
Could have fooled me.
Okay.
All right, we came by Windjammer so we could get a little late night snack before we go to bed. But it's interesting because the section we normally sit in is like the crew section at night. It's about 15 minutes before Windjammer closes, but all the crews come up to the buffet and they've all grabbed plates and they're all like sitting back here in this back section with us. Like people from the spa and different places all around the ship are all getting some late night dinner. I decided to get what I've enjoyed the most so far in our cruise, which is the custom-made ice cream sandwich. So I have a chocolate chip cookie with chocolate on top of it now, with chocolate ice cream turned into a chocolate chip cookie sandwich, and then a little chocolate.
Yeah, the other day you
cake.
had chocolate cookies. Now you
Yeah.
just have chocolate covered cookies.
That's right.
And I got some French fries. And they had a chocolate fountain, so I had to get the chocolate covered fruit, and then Ryan got a chocolate covered green St. Patty's cake. And then I liked these. This is an oatmeal raisin, but this one was really good the other day. It's the coconut ranger cookie. These cookies are on the kids bar, so don't bypass the kids bar. So, but we were like walking through the Windjammer. I don't know. Maybe we might need to try it for dinner because it almost looked better than some of the stuff we had in the main dining room. I don't know if it is or not, but I don't know. We might have to check it out one night and see if it's any better. Okay, we'll do the research.
We are here in the Aqua Theater on the back of the boat, deck 6. When we came in, they were actually
We
doing.
haven't been here yet. It's really cool.
Yeah, we were supposed to come, but the show got canceled,
Oh, yeah.
as you guys know. And so this is our first time sitting in the theater. we caught the tail end of Finish That Song,
Finish that lyric.
Finish That Lyric. So there were 2 teams playing, finishing some stuff, so that was fun to watch.
We got to sing along to some Britney Spears.
Yep, caught a little
Lady
glimpse of that.
Gaga. Yeah.
So, and now we're hanging out. There's going to be a movie here in a few minutes. Beetlejuice is going to be playing. So, which
I've already seen it.
So I thought I'd stay and check it out. There's actually not. This is the first thing I've been to so far in this cruise where it's not already totally full before it even starts.
I guess people aren't wanting to just watch movies at 9:45 at night when there's 1,000 other things going on the ship.
We went to bed early last night, but it might be that late night is the time to do things.
Late night.
Maybe you should be sleeping during the day and then saving all your energy for the nighttime.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe like our normal rhythm is not cruise rhythm.
Yeah.
We're typically like, well, you're not really an early riser.
We need to find the cruise.
I'm an early riser because I'm a teacher. But
We need to find the cruise where they start with a hearty low-carb breakfast at 7 a.m. and then wrap up all their activities by 8 o'clock.
I'm like, why can't they have the parties at like 9? Why do they have them all at like midnight?
There are a lot of parties going on tonight because of St. Patrick's Day. Like
there's an 80s party.
There's an 80s party. The promenade is going to be like hopping probably.
If we
until
make
about
it through
midnight.
this movie, we should go check it out.
Yeah, if we make it through the movie, we'll go look and see what's going on.
We'll see. All right, I left Ryan to finish the movie. I've seen it before, so I knew what was going to happen in the end. I'm going to come down to the 80s party and just see what's going on and check it out and see if I want to stay for it or not. It's already filling up down there. They're going to do a balloon drop for the St. Patty's Day, like a mini balloon drop. But it's pretty full down there, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to be fighting the crowds, but we'll see. So Ryan joined me after the movie. I was down on floor 5, deck 5, and I was kind of like standing where I could see what was happening with the party. But I was like also right in the walkway, and like everybody was walking in front of me. And plus I was just by myself. So I went to go, and I was going to go back up to deck 6 because like you could stand all around the balconies and stuff. And so, but as I was walking away, Ryan was coming towards me, and so I was like, hey, let's go up a level. And so we found this little spot that you could see really well, but it was like right by one of the speakers, so it was like super loud. But we had a little like dance party. I was dancing. Ryan was not really dancing. But we stayed for about 30 minutes of it, and it's just 80 songs in there. The entertainment crew is just like dancing. And
Well, Johnny stayed for the music. I stayed for the drama of will the people that are currently on the Rising Tide have to sleep there tonight or not? Because if you're not familiar, Rising Tide is a bar that goes up and down. You can get on it at Central Park, or you can get on it, I guess, also in the promenade, and it kind of goes between them. But it was like stuck like partway up, and they clearly could not get it to work. And so I was almost tempted to just stay up and see like the drama of the Rising Tide crew, and like, would they be able to get off tonight or not? Or would they just have to like live there for the rest of the cruise? But
like, how are they gonna get them? I mean, it wasn't that far. It wouldn't have been that far to like.
well, they're gonna have to figure something out. I mean, they're gonna have to get some ladders up or something. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. So you don't know where we're going, do you?
Well, do we turn right? we're trying to walk back to our stateroom.
Johnny has no idea where our room is.
I'm always confused about which way to turn.
If there's 2 directions you can go, Johnny inevitably always picks the wrong one every single time.
Yeah, I don't have a very good sense of direction.
Which is weird because you would think she would learn just to go in the opposite direction of whatever her instincts told her, but she hadn't figured that out yet. So
Yeah, so we're walking back to our room. We took a little stroll through Central Park because we came up on the aft side.
the aft of the ship, yeah.
The aft of the ship, which is the back of the ship.
Yep.
And now our room is in the forward of the ship.
Yep.
So, yes.
So that's it for today. We're gonna go to bed. We're gonna get some sleep. It's almost midnight. And
We made it, guys. We did
made
it.
We did.
We stayed up for the party.
We did it.
It was like not as fun as I thought it was gonna be.
So
Because like nobody was really dancing. Like maybe a few people, but people were like not really into it. I'm surprised. And I'm like, why aren't people dancing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of people weren't dancing?
Not a lot, no.
So I need to come with some friends that like to dance, and I think it would be more fun.
It would be more fun.
Ryan is not a dancer. He is fun to come with, but he's like sit in a lounge chair and read a book fun, you know. And I need to come with some girlfriends so we can do some dancing.
Well, we just walked by a chessboard in the park, and I was like, we could play a game of chess. And Johnny was like, no, I don't play chess. So
No.
I need to come with someone that knows how to play chess.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's where we're at with this cruise. All right. We'll see you in the morning.